Good morning. Today we are going to be swatching the Mission Gold 36 color set. This is a set of 36 colors that come in 5 ml tubes. It also comes with this great sturdy wonderful palette. It's called the Magello Premium Class Palette Silver Nano 40. And the 40 obviously means it holds 40 colors. Because you get 36 colors in a 40 well palette, I have left some wells empty where I didn't like the shape of the well quite as much. I've left this to dry for about a week, and I have noticed that the ultramarine blue is missing because I think it fell in here into my Viridian. So that needs to go back there, but that is the only color that has fallen off the palette, which is quite good going. This set was sent to me by a viewer, a very kind viewer who wishes to remain anonymous, and I totally respect that. But thank you so much for sending me this palette to try, because I've always wanted to try it. So let's get swatching. The colors in this set are Chinese White PW6, Lemon Yellow PY3, Permanent Yellow Deep PY65, Yellow Orange PO73 and PY65, Orange PY73 and PY65, Vermilion PR122 and PO73, Permanent Red PR112, Permanent Rose PV19, Rose Madder PR176, Crimson Lake PR202, Bright Opera BV10 and PR122, Red Violet PR122 and PB29, Bright Clear Violet PV3:1 PB29 and PR122. Cerulean Blue PB15:3. Cobalt Blue number 1 PB29 and PB15:3. Peacock Blue PB15:3 and PG7. Ultramarine Blue Deep, that's PB29 and PV15. Prussian Blue PB27. Indigo PB29, PB27 and PBK7. Van Dyke Green PG7 and PBR25. Viridian PG7. Hooker's Green PG36, PBR25 and PY150. Sap Green PG36 and PY150. Olive Green PG36, PY150 and PR112. Yellow Green PG36 and PY3. Greenish Yellow PY150, PG36, PY65. Yellow Ochre number 1 is PY42 and PY150. Raw Umber PBR7 with PY65. Burnt Sienna PBR25, PR112 and PY150. Light Red PBR25, PR112 and PY150. Red Brown is PBR25. Burnt Umber is PBR7, PBR25 and PY150. Van Dyke Brown is PBR7. Sepia is PBR7 and PBK7. And finally, Ivory Black is PBK7. That's all the colours painted. First impression is that it's a very bright set. All the bright colours are super bright. Especially the bright opera, which we discussed in the big Colossal Colour Showdown. The final episode was opera, which I will link up here for you so you can watch that as well. Magello's Bright Opera is the brightest out of all the brands that I tested. And when you look at just this side of the page, it feels very bright and maybe a little bit too turned up bright. For example, with the Ultramarine Blue, rather than go for just the PB29, they've gone for the PB29 with PV15. And I personally feel you don't need to do that. Ultramarine Blue is fine on its own, and it just turns up the colour a notch too far for me. And I feel the same with a lot of colours around here, that they're a little bit tuned up too high. It feels a little bit like somebody turned up the saturation too high on a filter. So if it looks like that on camera, I haven't turned it up too high. It's just how this set of paint looks. In terms of range of colours, I think it's a great set. You get a huge number of bright colours, really nice variation of the yellow orange colours. You also get a lot of neutralized colours. So if you are keen on the more natural painting, maybe you like painting animals, then this set is a great set because you get 2, 4, 6, 8 neutral brown colours. I also like the colour of Van Dyke Green, which is a colour name that I've not seen in a paint before. It's a nice mossy green. Let's do a lighter version for you so that you can have a look. So this is the colour. It's really nice colour. I would say like a dark Prussian green. It gets really dark. So if you like a nice dark green, this is a gorgeous color to go for. Talking of color names, this set is by a Korean company. Mijello is a Korean company, and it suffers the same color name issues that I've seen in other Asian brands such as Holbein, which is that they go out of their way to not use the word phthalo. Please excuse my voice, I'm still recovering from a cold. They try to avoid using the word phthalo as much as possible, so we get things like Peacock Blue, which is clearly a phthalo turquoise, cerulean blue when it's a phthalo blue green shade, and also things like Cobalt Blue #1 being called Cobalt Blue even though it's made with Ultramarine blue plus phthalo blue green shade, which means that it's not cobalt at all. Cobalt is PP28. And Viridian is actually a phthalo green. It has no Viridian in it. So when it comes to buying colors from the Mission Gold range, you really have to look at the pigment code and know what you're buying rather than go for what it says on the tube as its color name and trust that you're going to get the same pigment as other brands. This set does contain a lot of colors that are blend of colors. It has multiple pigments. So if you are not keen on having lots of colors that have multiple pigments, then maybe this set isn't for you. However, Mission Gold does do a single pigment set, which I will be swatching later on in this series. So I would probably pause purchasing a Mijello set until you see that one. However, if you are in the UK like me, we can't actually get hold of the single pigment set. So this may be the only choice for you. And if this is the only Mijello choice for you, then would I recommend this set? I'm not quite sure. I'm not comfortable with some of the color choices, and I think especially if you're a beginner, the naming convention and how it calls certain colors the wrong name to me might get confusing later on. It's probably better to pick a brand that has a better naming convention that is more accurate to the pigments that are being used to begin with, at least, so that you get to know what name usually corresponds to what kind of color. For example, as I said with the Viridian, it's actually a phthalo green, and Viridian, the normal genuine Viridian, is quite a pale green, whereas what you're actually painting with here is a phthalo green, which is a much more intense green. So it's not good at educating you on what colors do and how they behave. However, I have to say the biggest selling point of this set has to be the palette. The palette is great. I think it's a great idea to provide a palette that can hold all the 36 colors. Trying to find a palette that can hold 36 colors in a neat way is quite hard. And what I really like about this set is that the palettes have spare wells, at least 4 spare wells, so that if you want to purchase other colors from the brand and put it in with this set, you can totally do that. That's really nice. I do, of course, have to mark them down though for having Chinese white and ivory black in a 36 color set. I don't think you need it. There were other colors that could have been included in a set instead of the ivory black and the Chinese white. So that's it for my first impression of the Mijello 36 color set. A little bit bright, couple of weird color name conventions, but great range of neutral colors. I will of course be doing a more thorough study of this set later on. I will also be putting high-res scans of this swatches up on my Patreon page. That's patreon.com/Oto Kano, so that you can take a closer look at these colors and maybe compare it with other high-res scans from other brands, because they are all scanned under the same lighting conditions. Thank you to the person who sent in this set. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!